I will only ask one more time. Are you now or have you ever been? Okay, that's fine. As
And now, here's your host, Josh Schmitty Schmidt-Stunstein.
Hey, how you doing? Welcome to the show. Relax and think of it as the Pepsi Challenge. Well, it's no stealth bomber, but let's ride. Hit that buzzer. Hey, that's pretty lame. Let's try this category. Left out in the Cold War. Time for the trivia. Based on the name of the U.S. policy toward the USSR's expansionism in the 1950s, what would you expect the U.S. to do to the Soviets? Come on, take it! This is going to end in tears. Let me show you what I would have picked. The U.S. plan to limit Soviet influence back in the 50s was called containment.
General, Plan A didn't work.
Damn! Bring on Plan B, depleted Ziploc baggies. I want you to hit your buzzer. Here's a little something I call the Common Cold War. You give me a right answer, I'll give you 4,788 smackaroos. And now the moment you've been waiting for. If you were to wage a Cold War against the common cold, on what would you be spying? Viruses, bacteria, toxins, or cold fairies? It's yours if you want it. Should've picked this one. Colds are caused by viruses.
What's going on there, Agent 12?
How the hell should I know? I can't see them. Achoo! Great, now I'm sick. Buzz in and tell me how. Up next. Better dull than red. Ready or not, here it comes. Which of these is not a dull fact about staunch anti-communist John Foster Dulles? He became vice president in 1959. He had two... Go on, do it! Nope, his grandpa and his uncle were both secretaries of state, and he became one himself so he could sit at the secretaries of state table at Thanksgiving.
Well, I do like a nice plump turkey, Schmitty.
That's very nice, Mr. Dulles.
And cranberry sauce.
For the curious, here's the right answer. He never became a vice president. In 1959, he died.
I didn't know such thing.
Yes, you did, Mr. Dulles. Which doesn't necessarily preclude him from carrying out the duties of the job.
Are you implying the American political system is not the best in the world? Are you some kind of communist, young man?
No, sir, Mr. Dulles. No, sir.
Well, that's good. Did I mention my favorite color is gray?
No, you hadn't mentioned that.
It's true.
Oh. Work that buzz. Coming at you. I'm getting annoyed. Wrap your head around this. If the domino theory applied to Domino's pizza delivery, which statement would be the most accurate? If pepperoni is free, sausage will cost extra. The more you like pizza, the less you eat it. If one is late, all pizzas will soon follow suit. Or Pizza Hut. Go for it. There you go. The domino theory held that should Vietnam fall to the communists, the rest of Southeast Asia would fall in 30 minutes or less. Hit that buzzer. That looks good. Way to grab it. Try this category. Chilling Soviet leaders.
Did you know I like talking on the telephone?
No, Mr. Dulles. I hadn't heard that.
Communist.
Anyway, if you were to practice the Soviet policies of glasnost and perestroika on your refrigerator, what would you most likely do? Seal it off and kill all who approach it. Open it and reorganize it, sing about it constantly, or support it even though it doesn't exist. Come on, take it! All right, back in your cage, monkey child. The correct answer is... Glasnost means openness, perestroika means restructuring. These policies helped end the Cold War. Hey, and while you're in there, clean out those old Tupperware containers, will you? They smell like Bolshevik. Buzz in and lock. Your category's gonna be... That vitamin is the bomb. So, do you remember the B-2 or the stealth bomber, the undetectable craft that was our massive new weapon against the Soviets? Well... If the B-2 stealth bomber had the same properties as vitamin B2, what would be the best new name for it? It's yours if you want it. Folic acid, right. That's the weapon that kills people, but first corrects all their birth defects. Here's the one you didn't pick. Vitamin B2, it's also known as riboflavin, our first line of defense against the evil forces of respiratory problems. right, buzz in and get your money's worth. You chose wisely. And now, right before your very eyes, Dis or Dat. The category for this Dis or Dat is the Great Space Coaster Race. Now, I'm going to read off 7 space firsts, all right? And for each event, I want you to tell me if it's an American first or a Soviet first. Cash in for each one you get right, and you lose cash if you get one incorrect or don't get to it. Now, you only have 30 seconds to answer all 7 points. Here we go. First satellite to orbit the Earth, wasn't it? First dog in space. First man to orbit the Earth. First woman to orbit the Earth. First man to... First probe. First... 5 wrong. Well, at least you got your health. Check out your score there, make sure everything's in order, and we're moving on. Hit the buzzer. Well, that's hardly worth my time. Let's try this category. If trees organized a forest, would anybody hear? Look no further, here's your question. If members of the John Birch Society... Go for it!
Thank God we're not planted near those oak trees.
Oh, really? I mean, look at them. They have their nuts just dangling down for the whole world to see.
What do you say we check out the right answer? The John Birch Society is a group of ultra-right-wing anti-communists, so they would hate the idea of trees sharing the soil equally. But I wouldn't worry about those John Birch people. Their bark is a lot worse than their bite. Buzz in for the bucks, baby. That'll work. Try this category. Corpses that sell out. Man, I don't know what sickens me more. The fact that Gorbachev did a fast food commercial, or that commercials are using dead stars like Fred Astaire and John Wayne to sell products. Suppose you see a commercial using the famous image of Nikita Khrushchev banging something on a table during his UN speech. Go on, do it! Endorsing Jack Daniels? No, you're thinking of Boris Yeltsin. Does this ring a bell? Back in 1960, Khrushchev got all bent out of shape in front of the UN, and he started banging his shoe on a table. It was great.
We will bury you with these very cool and comfortable shoes.
Slap your buzzer and we'll find out how...
There was a comic with one catchphrase, and Smirnoff was his name-o. Y-A-K-O-B, Y-A-K-O-B, Y-A-K-O-B. Oh, what a country.
Welcome to Yakov, comrade. Remember, to win the cash, buzz in when the first letter of the answer lights up. Collect all 5 letters, and I'll give you the bonus. Okay, come on. Blank Solzhenitsyn. Where Stalin met Churchill and FDR. Direct hit. Blank Nabokov wrote Lolita. Supposed JFK assassin lived in USSR. Oswald. The Hunt for Red Blank. Aye, aye. Soviet government rhymes with Kremlin. Blank K-47. Hey! Stoli Smirnoff Absolute. Soviet Spy Agency. KGB. One more letter and the bonus is yours. Brezhnev Blank Chernenko. Gagarin's first name. First Soviet manned spacecraft. Vostok, baby. That's the one. Yakov. That's it, my friend. Here's your current score. You feel good about that? Let's keep going. I'm calling this one Rockin' Over Russia. Now, the fun part. Based on the class of spy plane he flew, what band would you have expected Francis Gary Powers? It's yours if you want it.
I got confused.
So you don't lose any sleep over it. In 1960, the Soviet Union captured U.S. spy Francis Gary Powers after shooting down his, drumroll please, U-2 spy plane. And the worst part was that the U.S. government still didn't find what they were looking for. Buzz in and tell me how much the next question's gonna be. The category is our new ambassador to the UN, Bozo.
I don't like clowns. They scare me. I think I'll leave.
Oh, well, if you feel you have to. I'll see you, Mr. Dulles. Okay, so, if you want to become a clown and want your clown name to reflect, go for it. Give me the cash or you'll never see a right answer again. I could have given you some cash if you picked this one. Otto is a car. You know, those tiny little things you and 20 of your clown friends pile into and drive around in. Work that buzzer to choose the amount. Let's see if this clue cuts it for you. Yet another job for my fancy pants army knife, which of course I keep in my fancy pants. All right, let's see your final score. That's pretty bad.